Hey, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We are going to be doing a series of videos, and I have a special guest with me. This is Hal Baker, and he is with a company called Goosehead Insurance. And one of my pleasures is listening to Hal as he speaks about the business of getting insurance and what you should know. So today I have Hal with me. Thank you, Hal, for joining me.
Good morning.
And what I would love to do is start with, I think this is probably the best video to do, is let's talk real quick about how you are in the insurance business, what led you to get into the business, and then we'll get into our subject.
Sure. So back in September 11th of 2000, my wife and I were both had jobs that required us to travel across the country. And when 9/11 happened, we decided we didn't, maybe both of us shouldn't travel as much. So I gave up my corporate job and I opened a state farm agency, owned my own state farm agency for 11 years. It allowed me to just basically stay local, right? Serve my local community. That way I could be involved in all my kids' activities and we wouldn't both be on the road as much. So that's how I initially decided to get involved in the insurance industry. And about 11 years ago, I left State Farm and became a broker. So now, as a broker, instead of just having access to one company, I have access to over 85 different companies that we serve across the country.
Okay. Well, for what it's worth, one of the reasons why I think having conversations with you specifically at this time is because of all that we're seeing that's going on in North Carolina and California. And so I would love to have the audience know we're going to have a lot of different topics that we're going to cover. And keeping in mind that there is no such order as, from A to B. So we're just going to cover as much as we can. So
Sure.
I'm going to say this video is, in a sense, the introduction to. I just heard that when you get insurance, there is a necessity for people to understand when you get your homeowners insurance, be very aware how you hold title to your home. Because if you own your home as an individual, your insurance is in the name of you. But if your home is in a trust, you need to have the insurance with the trust. So, can
Correct.
you go in a little further on that?
Yeah. So it's kind of a unique situation, and not all insurance companies handle it the same. Some companies, if the home is actually titled and held in the name of the trust, um, they don't want to do it. Allstate Insurance is one of those companies. So if you have a trust, they I don't understand what all the problems are, but they won't insure the home that way. Other companies want it specifically listed that they are the titled owner. But one of the real challenges you have is the trust is actually the ownership, but the person that lives there still has the necessity for the needs of the coverage. Whether it's, if the house burns down, the trust doesn't need to go live somewhere else, the individual does. If the family is involved in some sort of accidental injury, it's not the trust needs some protection, but also it's the people living in the home that actually would be named in the lawsuit that would have a need for coverage. So every company handles it differently. So it's just important to have those conversations with your insurance agent, make sure they understand that the home is titled in the name of the trust, and then they can do the appropriate actions to make sure that the insurance company that you're being insured with has it set up the proper way. So at the time of a loss, there are not any problems with coverage.
All right. Well, I love the fact that we've even had this conversation simply because I know it is going to be an education for someone.
Sure.
And with that said, I want us to kind of welcome you all to this is one of the first of our series, but we also have some prior videos that Hal and I did that we will also be posting. And I'd love you to know that just stay tuned because we're going to come back and we have another video that we're about to do. Thank you.